Hey, what's up, YouTube? Joe again from Grindhouse Grotto. Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me lately about my VHS collection, kind of wanting to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give a tour of my collection, showcase some of the stuff that I have in it. Alright, so here's basically a large image of my entire collection of Blu-rays. It's not all of my collection because I got DVDs in a different spot, but all my Blu-rays are all in front, and then posters and everything. Get into everything else. But some of my three favorite titles that I own in VHS are the Back to the Future trilogy. So I got part 1 right there. And these are in pretty much brand new condition. They don't have the shrink wrap on them. So they're not sealed, but they are in pretty much near mint condition. And I've got them in these like hard plastic sleeves to protect them. Then over here, I got part 2 and part 3 as well. Just really awesome display pieces. I've got them on. I actually own these. I own part 1 and part 3, and they're a little bit more damaged. So when I want to watch them on VHS, I watch them on those, and then I just kind of keep these up here as display pieces. Pretty cool. All right, so let's go over here and check out my Friday the 13th VHS collection. So there it is. And there are all the VHS tapes that I own for the Friday the 13th. Some of you all probably seen it in my Friday the 13th collection video that I uploaded about a week ago. So up top we got part 1, part 2, 3, the final chapter, A New Beginning, Jason Lives, A New Blood, Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and Freddy vs. Jason. And Freddy vs. Jason is pretty beat up. I'll probably try to get a new one of that, but the rest of them are all in really good condition. And I found this this shelf at Goodwill for like $2, and it's perfect for displaying that this little collection here. And I really dig that a lot. All right, so this right here. See if I can kind of pan out and let you guys all see this. This, at one point, was going to be like a storage closet for like t-shirts, my horror t-shirts. I've got some pretty cool blankets up there from different movies. And I was also going to store some beer, like long term. I was just going to like kind of, as I went out and I was doing shopping and everything, if I found any cool beer that I wanted to do for reviews, I was going to store it in here. But that kind of changed, and now it's just kind of going to be where my extra VHS tapes are. So let's go ahead and head in there and check it out. Alright, so let's start up top. Alright, before you say anything, and you're going to wonder why I have The Little Mermaid, this is actually the band cover art for The Little Mermaid. So let me pull that down real quick. This is the band cover art. And if I just go ahead and show you all, I'm sure you can see why this is banned. There are male genitalia in the castles in the background. And this is worth quite a bit of money. It's not in perfect condition, but nonetheless, it's a very limited release of this particular cover. So, my girlfriend's a big fan of Disney movies. I do enjoy some of the Disney movies from when I was a little kid, but I'm not really a fan of Little Mermaid, but I thought that's pretty cool to have the band cover art, so I picked it up on my Goodwill. And these ones, what's really cool is these particular band releases, if you get them in like mint condition, they're upwards of almost $300 on eBay. Now, in this condition, I probably could sell it on eBay for about $50, $60. So that's pretty cool. I got this for 25 cents at the Goodwill. Alright, then I have Godfather. So this is Godfather Part 1. Yep. That's a pretty cool display piece right there. Gotta love The Godfather. Alright. Let me put that back up there. So, my first shelf is pretty much all my comedies, you know, family type movies. I've got some duplicates of some of the movies. Some of the movies I bought them, and then I bought them again because they were in better condition. So I'll probably end up like selling some of the ones that I don't want to keep anymore. But yeah, I've got a couple copies of The Spy Who Shagged Me, Rush Hour. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you get the idea. I got a couple copies of Ace Ventura. I love Big. It's one of my favorite movies from Tom Hanks. I'm really curious to see the new Super Troopers movie. I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but I heard it was pretty good. Breakfast Club, really good movie. Found this sealed copy of Beverly Hills Cop, so that was a pretty good steal at Goodwill. It's crazy when you can find a sealed VHS tape in these bins at the Goodwill. It's like, you know, somebody had this in their collection and they bought it back in the day. You know, this got released back in well, it's probably released later than that, but the movie came out in 84, so it's probably released in the early 90s. But this has literally been sitting on somebody's shelf since the 90s and never opened. And then eventually they just basically gave it away for free. Which I find to be kind of crazy. Indian in the Cupboard. I've said that in one of my other videos. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites when I was a little kid. This one right here is Home Alone 2. It's a better version of this one. So I do prefer these boxes. But I'll probably just give away this one or sell it or something. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, an awesome movie. And then I got my Rocky collection. Now, from appearance, this looks really cool, but don't let the cover deceive you. There is something very wrong with this box set, and I'm going to show you. So, I ended up going to the Goodwill on a Sunday, one Sunday afternoon. So they open up on Sundays around noontime. And this guy was literally bringing out like dollies full of these boxes of VHS tapes and DVDs and everything. And I was literally getting the VHS as soon as he was dropping them into the bins. I was pulling out the ones I wanted because there were lines of people. For some reason, the Goodwill in my town, people always like hang out outside before noon. And as soon as they open up, everybody rushes to the bins to kind of get them. And there's a lot of like, you know, like thrift shops in the area, and there's some guys that go in there and they buy these really hard to find VHS tapes and sell them in their thrift shops for more money. So you got to get there right when they drop them in the bins. But anyways, this thing dropped in the bin, and I actually had moved on to another bin when the guy put it in there. So I came back, and the guys that normally would be like scoffing this thing up are just like looking at it. Nobody's picking it up, and I'm like, man, who the hell would not want the five cassette complete series of Rocky 1 through 5. So then I picked it up and I'm like, damn, this thing's awesome, right? I mean, it's got some damage on the box, right? Well, guess what? Whoever owned this, yeah, it got water damage. So it probably got some like humidity or water damage in their storage unit or something. I mean, these boxes are screwed. And they were actually stuck together when I was pulling it out of the box. I had to actually pull them apart to be able to get them out. So all the boxes, I think except for Rocky 5. No, Rocky 4's got a front cover's alright, but Rocky 5's is damaged. Yeah, so they're all damaged, but the VHS tapes work. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with these movies at this point. I'm just going to keep them as a display piece. I mean, the movies themselves still work. I checked them all out. There's no mold or anything. So the movies themselves are still good. But as far as the cases go, they're damaged. I mean, these are hideous. But yeah. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do with this. Until I get better copies of them, I'm just going to keep it as a display piece. It is pretty cool. It looks cool on my shelf. I was thinking about at one point, like, some people on eBay sell custom VHS tapes. So if you tell them, like send them a message and say, I want a custom VHS case of the Rocky series, they'll sell you custom. They actually make these cardboard sleeves, and you can get custom ones. But I was thinking, I was like, that's way more money than I'm willing to spend on the Rocky set on VHS tape. I can find this exact Rocky set on eBay for less than what I'd be spending to get the custom boxes. But yeah, another classic from when I was a little kid. I absolutely love this movie, The First Land Before Time. It's really the only one that I like out of the series. I think at this point there's like 14 of them, which is kind of ridiculous, but I remember as a little kid when I was in school and, you know, we'd have like, every so often the teacher would be like, all right, guys, we're going to have a movie day. And all we would do, excuse me, guys, all we would do is basically watch movies all day. So we'd all sit down on the floor. They'd wheel this, you know, VHS TV combo on the classroom floor. And we'd all sit there and watch movies. And this was actually one of the movies that they played a lot as a kid. Seemed like I'd seen this about 4 or 5 times in various different classes. So I have a fond memory of this movie as a kid growing up. This right here is actually pretty cool. Star Trek: The Next Generation Collector's Edition. So this is a Collector's Edition release of this particular movie. So yeah, that was a really good steal. If you're not noticing by now, I'm a huge Indian cupboard fan, so I've got the big box clamshell for this movie as well. Alright, so moving down here, I've got my sci-fi fantasy collection here. I've got multiples of a lot of these. Like I said, I keep buying them until I get the best possible copy, and you can't blame me because they're only 25 cents. So I still haven't had a chance to sell these yet. I mean, one of these days on the weekend, I'm going to get on eBay and probably sell all these multiples as a lot and just get rid of them. But so yeah, pretty cool. Got three copies of Independence Day. I think one of them is actually really good. It's got like some pretty cool inserts in it. Got a couple copies of E.T. I'm trying to find a really good copy of E.T. Blade, Mars Attack. That's a good one. Gotta love the aliens. Escape from New York. I was so excited when I found that in the bins. Sealed copy of U-75, U-571, Interview with the Vampire, really good movie. Got the Mummy movies. I've got all the Batman movies on VHS. I was pretty happy to find all these. Congo. I got a couple copies of Star Wars. Attack of Clones. They never released episode 3 on VHS because it came out in 2005, and I think that was like pretty much the cutoff year for VHS tapes. So you only get 1 and 2 on VHS, and then the originals. I've got the Star Trek VHS tape. So these are all the original series for the movies. I think I'm missing, let's see, got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing 5. And then this one here is the New Generation, Insurrection. Alright, so I also have Rocky 5. Now, I bought this before I bought the box set, so this is pretty much what it looks like. Pretty cool. So if I can find the other ones, you know, I'll get rid of that box set. Got the Mask of Zorro. Now, this is what I was telling you, how I have the first and third one on just a crappier box for it. So it's always cool to watch these on VHS tape. I don't want to mess with the ones that are really good. I want to leave them in the sleeves. And then these are the ones I'm going to watch. I'll probably keep these. Speed, Kickboxer, Apocalypse Now. Oh man, this is really cool. I know it's readily available in every format, but to have it on VHS is really cool. Terminator 2. Commando, Eraser, True Lies, X-Men, Sealed, Deadpool. I'm a big fan of Clint Eastwood. Sealed, Deep Impact, Armageddon, Hard Rain. You get the picture, guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and go down here. Now, these are all my extras. I'm like, I just keep on getting extras of these things. I don't even know what this is right here. Let's see what that is. That one's just a damaged box. I don't know what the hell it is, but yep, just some extras. Alright, so down here, I got some more action films. I got a little James Bond collection that I'm starting. I'm trying to get the James Bond films on VHS. So if I find them. Oh, I got a sealed copy of Pirates of the Caribbean. That was a really good find. Sealed copy of Men in Black. These are all my special editions. Got Casino, Pearl Harbor, Titanic, Saving Private Ryan, Braveheart, The Green Mile. Yep. Got a little Stanley Kubrick collection there. Alright, and the bottom is my horror collection. It is really hard to find horror movies digging through the Blu-ray bins, because a lot of these guys that own these thrift shops, they go in there like they know the exact times, and I think they actually have hookups that work at the Goodwill that kind of give them the heads up when these things drop in the bins. So they're there like as soon as the place opens up, they're already like, you know, raiding through these bins. But every once in a while, I do find some pretty cool titles in there. This, oh my god, when I seen this in the bin the other day, I almost fucking shit myself, man. Nightbreed. This movie is so freaking badass. It gets so overshadowed by the Hellraiser films. Clive Barker made this, so I'm sure everybody's familiar with this film. But when I found this in the bin, I was thrilled. This is a good find right here. Yes, I want to get a sleeve for this and display this. A really beat up copy of Tremors. All of my VHS tapes work perfectly. Just the boxes on a lot of them are damaged, which it doesn't really bother me until I find something better it's cool enough for me. But I got some Stephen King movies down here. Pretty cool stuff. And then I got Braveheart down here. To be honest, I don't even know why. Actually, I do know why. See, here's another double copy. Braveheart. And then this one up here is actually sealed. So I can put this up here with the ones that I'm going to get rid of very soon. These are all my duplicates. And I gotta go through up here and pull some of the duplicates down here. But it's really hard to judge which ones are better out of these ones. So I still got to go through them and see which one's the better copy. And then once I find the best copy out of the duplicates, I'll put the extra ones down here. And then this will be like kind of where they go when they're in the phase out of my collection. This is where they're going to go. So I'm going to phase them out, I'm going to put them right here, and then I'm going to sell them. Yeah, that's it, guys. So let me see if I can kind of just show you real quickly. I can only go so far back, but yeah, guys. Those are all my VHS tapes. Alright, well, that is my collection, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm like I said, I go to the Goodwill multiple times a week, probably about 3 times a week. I think I found the best day to go is on Sundays for some reason. That's when they seem to like to put out the majority of the stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely hit it up this Sunday and see what I can find, and I'll let you guys know if I find anything good. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment. What did you like in my collection? And until next time, guys, take it easy.